Anyone who sees the anguish and cleanup that comes with bedwetting wants to know one thing: how to help a child who wets the bed. On today's blog, I want to take a few moments and discuss all things bedwetting related. So cinch up those pull-ups and grab the rubber sheets, because today we talk about how to help a child who wets the bed. Hi, I'm Robert Schramm, a behavior analyst, education specialist, author, and dad. And I'm also the developer of the 7 Steps to Instructional Motivation. Each week, I provide you with helpful information based on the Just 7 Steps approach. So if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, take a second, do it right now. You'll be glad that you did. Bedwetting is an issue that can affect many children at different ages. Children have different reasons for bedwetting. Some are just deep sleepers. Some have smaller bladders. Others might produce more urine at night than is normal due to hormonal differences. For many kids, though, it might just be about not having learned to take opportunities when they are naturally awakened at night, to get out of bed and to go to the bathroom. I've joked that helping my drunk friends make it home from the bars in college was excellent training for trying to take my sleeping toddler to the bathroom in the middle of the night. In actuality, there is not a lot that you can do about how deeply someone sleeps or the size of their bladder or the amount of urine they produce at night. But you can teach them the process of identifying the feeling of having to pee and help them practice getting up and using the toilet, using prompts, and then fade those prompts over time. So this is what I'm going to focus on today. I've seen it stated that over 5 million children in the United States alone currently deal with some level of bedwetting issues. So if this is of concern for you and your child, you are not alone. And here's the process that I've used for many years to help children learn the steps involved in keeping themselves and their beds dry. So if you're wondering how to help a child who wets the bed, this is a great plan for you. First, catch them when they have to go. The first step in teaching a child the steps in independent nighttime toileting is to wake them up at a time when they would likely have the feeling of a full bladder. If you're putting your kids to bed at 7 or 8 or 9 p.m., you would want to give them at least a few hours of sleep before waking them again. In fact, depending on your sleep schedule, try to wait as long as you can before you go to bed. And then if it has been long enough, you can go into their room and wake them. Ask them if they feel like they need to pee. Hopefully they'll say yes. But regardless of what they say, tell them you need to take them to try. Then fully prompt them to get up and walk them by supporting their weight as they walk to the bathroom. Help them to sit, wait for them to pee, help them to stand, flush, and even wash their hands if you like. Then walk them back to bed and put them back in bed. If you go to sleep around the same time as your child, you may need to set an alarm to wake you to then follow through with this process. But regardless, the goal remains the same. Try to time it so that you can catch them when their bladder is full enough and prompt them to go through the exact process you want them to eventually learn to do without you. After several days of doing this, you'll begin to start fading any parts of the bathroom trip that you can. After flushing, can they walk back to their bed and get in on their own? Can you get them to flush the toilet or to wash their hands without your help? Can you get them to get up out of bed after saying that they have to pee all on their own and then walk into the bathroom by themselves? The goal here is to fade whatever you can to help them with the rest and keep fading prompts until they're able to do the entire process all on their own. And once they're doing the process on their own, you want to try to fade the prompt for you to say, let's go to the bathroom. You just want to instead wake them up and try to get them to start the process of getting out of bed and going to the bathroom all on their own without your verbal prompting or guidance. After this, it is time to let nature take over. You can stop waking them up and start hoping that we've done the work of giving them the tools they need to be successful without us. If they have an accident, after you've left them to their own devices, you may want to go back to waking them for a few days to minimize the chances that they'll have multiple accidents too close together. We want to mitigate any feelings of embarrassment or shame that your child might get. A couple of important notes to go with this process. If your child is in diapers at night, you want to take them out of the diapers as you begin the process of taking them to the bathroom. You don't want them to continue to have the option of going in the diapers when you're trying to teach them to use the toilet. You also don't want to punish or reprimand your child for their bedwetting. It is not a bad or even intentional behavior. The goal is to minimize any emotional stress your child feels. I've seen studies that suggest that as many as 40% of kids up to age 4 deal with some form of bedwetting. 20% of age 5, 12% of age 6, and even 5% of age 10, and 3% of 12-year-olds continue to have issues related to wetting the bed. So if it's not unusual, even for some older kids to have these issues, it's important that you don't make your child feel bad about what they're going through. Did you know that if you're having issues at home beyond how to help your child who wets the bed and want to get some great support in identifying why they're behaving the way that they do, you can go to my website at just7steps.com/quiz and take my behavior types quiz. Find out if your child has an overriding behavior type and what that behavior type means toward how you should best address their behavior issues. It's available at any time at just7steps.com/quiz. It's only 10 questions long, and you'll get a great video result with helpful information. So to recap our lesson for today, if you're wondering how to help a child who wets the bed, here is the plan that I would follow. First, stay up a bit late or set an alarm and wake them up, trying to catch them when they will have to pee at night. Then wake them up and ask them if they feel like they need to pee. Regardless of their answer, take them to the toilet and walk them through the exact steps you will want them to take on their own, giving them all the full physical prompting that they need to be successful. With successive days, begin to fade back any and eventually all of the prompts you use to help them until they can do the whole process all on their own. And then fade the part of the process where you ask them if they need to go. Just wake them up and wait for them to get up and go on their own. At this point, you've given them the skills and the practice they should need, and it's time to let nature take over. If you continue to have problems, there is certainly more that you can do, but we'll have to save that information for another day. Or better yet, come check out the behavior types quiz at just7steps.com/quiz and learn more about how you can affect your child's behavior choices with a better understanding of the basic principles of behavior. If you like this video blog about how to help your child who wets the bed, I would love it if you would leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, share the video with others who might also benefit, and subscribe to the channel for more educational video content just like this. I'll see you right here next week, but only if you remember to subscribe.